Right, hello everybody. Nick Dutch back again. One more time. Yes, hi there, how's it going? Right, I was suddenly received a barrage of private messages after my last video, which is of course groovy because it shows you want to engage and all the rest of it. But let's try and go through at least the first one today, and then we'll do the next one the next day or the next time when I've got time to actually make a video because things are getting real tight time-wise for me right now. So here goes. It says, I'm not sure how to even ask, but I have premonitions in my family that are quite strong. I myself have gotten pretty potent with it. For years I've had issues of things following me and large strings of really bad luck. This is beyond consequences of actions, this is genuinely bad luck, if it's really luck at play. I don't believe so, I've never felt alone. In fact, I know I'm never alone. I've had the giant red eyes in the dark on the ceiling. My cousin saw it with me. I've been touched, grabbed, pulled, and tortured on a daily basis, being able to feel other people and their feelings. I went to a Christian school, not crazy into it, but have a healthy respect for spirituality, but it keeps growing stronger. My last dream, which I always have trouble remembering them, the only time I remember is when the dream exactly happens. I've had that happen too. Okay, just to let you know, it's you remember like the sight when the thing itself is happening in front of your eyes. But but the one last night had a giant booming voice that said the words, "You must seek to see." I don't know what that means, but my intuition has pulled me towards finding someone who can help me see. I don't know what, who, how, or why, but it's a major driving force in me lately. I know what I am and I feel fine with it. I've denied it for years. Sensitivity, feelings, smell. I can hear a lot of things people can't. I'm sorry if this message is strewn all over the place, but it was the first video I looked at, and it just felt that you actually do know, not like others on YouTube where I see they're just bored and wants to lead people falsely. Yeah, there's tons of those fuckers out there and I hate their guts. If you could answer my question or help out in any way, I'd appreciate it. I freak out a lot of people. Electronics have never worked right around me and I make a lot of people jealous for no reason. People hate me and it's mostly girls. I feel jealousy, but there's no reason for it. Okay. Just like stop right there. You've got a lot of issues going on. It's very difficult to see precisely where you're going with this and what you're trying to achieve, okay? The phrase "you must seek to see," that reminds me of an experience I had again many years ago. I was quite young, quite new into spirituality and occultism and all that kind of stuff. And I had an angelic dream, basically a dream about an angelic person, okay, who was essentially saying something along those lines. And from what I've been through since then, because it's been like about nearly 20 years since that happened, it seemed to be instructing me to calm down and to deal with my issues. It seemed to be saying that I had to look out for ways of solving some of my issues of perception and possibly even to use some kind of sane, healthy, well-adjusted spirituality rather than necessarily all that bollocks that you currently see on YouTube about people trying to encourage you to develop inappropriate moralities and trust in things that are questionable. You've had a lot of strange experiences by the sound of things, and that's interesting because I'm of the opinion that people who have strange experiences are more likely to have an interest in trying to find out what they're about. But we just don't know. From my experiences, the more unhealthy I am, the more likely I am to try to actually have some kind of experiences, some of which are, from the way they feel, I can tell happening from something inside me. Okay, so if I'm feeling like feverish and my body is full of like something I've eaten which I'm allergic to, I get all kinds of weird stuff going on inside my mind. Okay, and I don't want to go into that. But there's other experiences which I have that like I can share with other people at times, and it's all rather indicative of what could be going on with somebody else. Trying to straighten out my mind through good education, I mean, if you could just like watch some atheist videos and the videos about logical fallacies, okay, logical fallacies, okay, study those, and then that will help you to see where some of your thinking has been going wrong. Not because you have to be an atheist. I mean, I've chosen not to be an atheist, okay, because it doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. Sorry, guys, but you know, it's just my humble opinion, and you can disagree with it if you want, but that would just be your humble opinion as well, because basically whatever is real, and our points of view which bring us to the point of thinking, well, this is real or that isn't real, that's just points of view, okay? So, a bit of self-re-education in logic, reasoning, that will be really important for you right now, definitely, especially if you're having tons of strange experiences. If there is a health component, I really shouldn't be directly advising you, but I would say it might be worthwhile to look at the basics of diet, nutrition, exercise, and sleep, and see if you can get those on track. Alright, and also possibly even see a doctor to try and help with, like, you know, get your nutrition sorted out. See if there's supplements to which the doctor recommends you take, and so on and so forth, just to get you stronger over a period of many months. Alright, then after a while you'll be freaking fewer people out. Alright, and you'll be stronger inside yourself. So that's got to be the right step in the right direction. As far as premonitions are concerned, and having premonitionists, I think you said, even when you receive a really, really good premonition, you still got to be skeptical of it. I mean, you can have a premonition dream, which can lead you to think that, okay, something bad could be happening soon, but you can't be too sure of the premonition itself. So what you have to do then is to take into account, you know, put in a few just in case measures into your life, but not to worry too much. You don't have to go completely overboard, because some things you can't do anything about. And if you can't do anything about something, you don't worry about it. You just have to accept and deal with the problems as they arise. Basically, I think you're just on a path of sorting out your own life. Okay? From the inside out, in terms of your thinking. And everything else will fall in place as a result of that.